this is Hugo and you're watching On Mode. With our beautiful Vancouver city becoming bigger and more of a metropolitan, we can't help but seeing more and more people getting on the bike. We're here with two professional riders, Adam C. and Skeeter, and we're going to have a bit of a chat with them about this whole phenomena and the culture of bike. Okay, Adam, do you want to tell us anything that you want to share about like stunt driving and how did you get into it?
Stunt riding is a sport that involves taking a sport bike and making it do tricks and certain things that it's not designed to do, such as wheelies, endos, things like that.
And how did you guys get into it?
We got into it simply just by looking at guys on the internet. There's some local guys that we started watching, and we just developed an interest from that. There's a lot to it. It involves an incredible amount of control and practice, and it's something that you start small at and build steps at.
So to clarify, it's not a hobby; it's actually a sport.
It is and it isn't for certain people. I mean, for us, it's more of a hobby. But for certain individuals in the States and in Europe as well, it's becoming a largely accredited sport. You need a Class 6 before you can even ride on the street. This kind of thing, if you do it in a private lot, you don't even need a license because if you're on private property, it doesn't matter. But typically everybody that does ride has their Class 6 license, which you do have to take various steps to get.
And where do you find the space to actually practice?
Wherever we don't get kicked out, pretty much. We have certain allowances with property owners.
But what I noticed is that what you do is not reckless. You actually, guys, you take all the safety.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you have to because there's a lot at stake. Some of us have kids. All of us are professionals within our workplace, and there's a lot at stake. Nobody wants to go home. In a car, if you get in an accident, the stakes aren't that high. You can get hurt, but on a bike, if you fall, you're getting hurt or possibly killed.
So, Skeeter, why is it that you actually like to get on the bike?
I've loved bikes my whole life. I like being on two wheels. I jump from the speed aspect of it now to the stunt aspect of it. It's a lot of self-control. It's a lot of control. It's a lot of balance. It's a lot of technique. And it's just a great group of guys. We came out here not knowing anybody and just trying and having professionals like Gas and these guys showing us. And you just progress from there. And it just becomes, you almost become infatuated with it. At 3 in the morning, you're figuring out in your sleep how you can get that circle wheel. You just can't seem to get on the pavement, things like that.
I'd like to add to the why we do it question. For a lot of us, day to day we have so many activities that we have to partake in, work, family responsibilities, whatever. This one activity forces you to be in the moment. And for the time that we're out here, we don't think about anything else. We can come out here for an hour or 4 hours and we're completely, once we're done, we're mentally and physically completely exhausted because of what's at stake. It requires you to be at such a high degree of concentration.
So what you're about to see now is the endo, and Super Dave's going to get up probably about 100-120 kilometers an hour. He's going to spike his front brake, which is going to lift his rear end into the air, and he'll slightly feather his front brake and ride out his endo for as long as he can. Next you're going to see Mark. He's going to do a circle wheelie. Super tough trick right now. It's really superb balance. He's going to get up on his back tire. He's going to slow down to just slower than walking speed. And he's going to do a couple circles, and he's actually going to dance around on his seat while he's doing it. You'll watch his back legs go from his pegs to his seat, back to his pegs. Really an amazing trick. You got to give it to this guy. We're going to do a couple rolling burnouts. Uki's going to do a couple burnouts sitting on his gas tank with his legs spreader and his legs high tail over the front handlebars. It's really just a great way to blow time and blow your tire. Adam's going to do a couple slow sit-down wheelies for you, where he's actually behind his pivot point, just slightly riding the rear brake, and you can see he's so comfortable there. He'll get his right hand off, his left hand off, he'll get his legs off. He's really right on his balance point. He's really an amazing rider. You're going to see Israel do a Christ stand here. So he gets up to speed and he puts his bike in neutral for safety so your bike doesn't carry on in case you can't get back on it. He'll jump onto a seat or his gas tank. He'll do a full-out Christ stand. He's actually going to drop into a skitching. So he's actually beside his bike with his feet on the ground, still rolling. And then he's going to go into a couple slow circles and just show you guys what it's all about, having fun out here.
I think it's important for the public to know that we're focusing on maintaining, keeping these bikes off the road. A lot of people are scared of sport bikes to begin with just because of the power that's involved. We stay off the streets and we keep it in the parking lot and we keep it slow. And that's what we do just because everybody has things at risk. We're not out there to risk other people's lives or damage their vehicles. We do it for our own fun, and we take appropriate measures to make sure that we do so. And police, we know all the police in Vancouver. We've ridden at a few stunt shows, one time with the Vancouver demonstration team. So we have a good repertoire with local authorities, and we try to make sure that we stay within the law. So a lot of the viewers are going to see us and they say, "Oh, these guys are reckless," and nothing could be farther from the truth. I mean, we're fully armored, and we practice
everything.
everything.
Family man, you obviously care for your safety and all.
We have a lot of respect for the bikes too. They're a deadly weapon, these bikes. I mean, you can hit 200 miles an hour on this bike, and there's a lot of 16-year-old kids that get these bikes and they fly down the highway, and unfortunate things do happen on these. Us as a group, we like to, we have our gear, we wear our helmets, and we really emphasize to the public that, with street biking and stunting and the freestyling that's growing as a sport, we want the public to know that it is a sport to us. We take it seriously, and we want to get this into competitions. We want to eventually get this into X Games. This isn't something that we just like to do on the highway and jeopardize other people's lives.
Adam, Skeeter, thank you very much.
Thank you, appreciate
it.
it.
And I hope that everyone's as responsible as you are, and hopefully we'll see you on movies someday. Hopefully. Again.
Sounds good.
Best experience of my life, honestly. It's one of those, because you can tell I don't take that many risks. So that being in a secure setting, because I was grabbing onto like
for dear life.
Like dear life. Poor guy's like, okay, I need to breathe, and he's going up. But yeah, so it was really cool.
So you want to try an endo now then? Is that what you're suggesting? Get you a little bit out of your shell.
I will take you up on that offer though.
Yeah.
I will.
Okay.
So next time, and it's on camera too.
I wrecked your bike.
Thank God someone was there.
That's the first thing they told me. This is it, everyone. This is the end of our today's show. Thank you for watching on Mode, and we'll see you next week.